Hi everybody, I'm really excited today to be here and especially be able to introduce our newest team member with Homeward Bound and Not by Chance, David Moore. And I'm excited because I want him to share his story about how he got here. And there's some important things around his own personal mission and just the way we connected and our purpose going forward from here.
So when I was 15 years old, I was your athletic kid. I played every sport. Basketball, football, roller hockey. I played everything. I went to all my church activities. I was happy. Life was good. I was very blessed growing up. My dad did well, and I had the best childhood you could imagine. So curiosity killed the cat. I was 15 years old. I was around drugs and alcohol a lot, but I never tried them and never even thought about it. But I went to the parties. I was around the kids that were doing it, but I didn't do it, and everyone knew that. And they wouldn't even offer me because that wasn't my thing. Until one day I just said, you know what? Why are these people doing this? There must be something. So I said, I'm gonna try it. I snuck away from my friends, went with the older brothers, and said, hey, I'm gonna do this. And they were getting ready to smoke some marijuana, and they said, no, you don't do that. I said, no, I'm gonna try it. I tried it, and my life took a big turn. At first, it was once every couple weekends. Quickly turned into every weekend without fail. And then, leading into that, I decided, okay, that's pretty fun. I'm gonna try drinking alcohol, and that it opened a door that would be very, very hard to close for about 13 years. At first, it was pure fun. It led to a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I felt open to be goofy. I was kind of a reserved kid, and this just opened the door to me feeling very comfortable to hang out with the girls or do whatever. But quickly after the fun part, it began to play a role in my life a lot stronger than I wanted it to. It led to me doing things I never thought I would do. I ended up doing cocaine, ecstasy, painkillers and drugs and substances that I thought I would never try. When I was 16 through 18, I got high every single day. And the thing is, every single day, I wanted to stop, but it wasn't even close. It took control of my life.
Tell me about the relationship you had with your parents at the time, and what was their thoughts about this kind of thing? Did they even know?
Yeah, see, my number one goal was for them not to find out. I was the athlete. I was the kid who got good grades. I had a lot of friends. I was very social. I was still going to the church activities. I started living two lives. I hid it from them. They could feel it though, and things would arise, and there would be big confrontations, and I would bluff like it was the end of the world. My dad would say, we're going to drug test you, and I'd say, okay, I'm not talking to you until you drug test me. So go ahead and drug test me, but I'm not talking to you until those results come back. And I would scare them from doing it, and they wouldn't do it.
What is it that ended up changing the course of your life?
Well, there's a time in my life when, for one reason or another, all of a sudden, probably actually due to certain events, I felt like I could open up to my dad. The pain of what I was going through, and the fear of what I was going through got so strong that I finally went to my dad and said, hey, I'm scared. I have a problem and I need help. The big thing is the way he reacted when I told him was marvelous. It was a blessing beyond all blessings. He was loving. He didn't react the way that I was afraid he would react forever. Like, he was willing to help, and it softened my heart and opened me up to, okay, this can work. There can be progress together here, when I felt before like I was all alone. You have loved ones that you feel like not only love you for the good things, but they love all of you no matter what is going on.
So your story is one of the reasons I'm so happy you're here, because I think you can connect and reach out to people, kids, parents, because you've had this experience.
Well, shortly thereafter, I had a kind of a mental breakdown actually due to substances and other stresses and strains. Something happened, and I'm grateful that my parents took advantage of that opportunity and I got into treatment. Before, treatment was something I would never go to, but due to this experience that happened, I was willing, and they took advantage of that. Went to treatment, just loved it. I mean, I changed, I could feel it. I remember a very specific moment in treatment when all of a sudden I just talked to someone and I came to the realization that, wow, I like myself. Like, I like who I am. I hadn't felt that for a long, long time. Got out of treatment, thought I would never go to any of that stuff ever again, and literally within probably 3 months, I was back, and one step led to everything else. You know, it wasn't until, and my mom told me that she was praying to have people surround me that would be positive influences, that would teach me, that would guide me. And literally this team formed around me. This one doctor that I knew really took the lead, and he said, hey, I want your church leader to be involved. I want your addiction counselor to be in this group. I want, and he gathered these people around me, my parents included, and it was this support system that made it feel like, okay, not only am I not by myself, but I have this power beyond me that is going to help me go forward, even in those times when I would usually slip back. And actually, in that period of time was when we met. Yeah. And my dad was actually there. You know, not by chance that happened. Right. He was there, and that was when you presented the book to me. Right. And it's I could feel a difference from that point on. My parents, and I don't know if it was just the book, it was probably a lot of stuff that they were doing, because I know that they were putting in the work. Not only did I feel I could go talk to them, but the way that they responded, I'm like, man, these are like professionals now. Like in terms of their parenting, it was encouragement, it was real.
You know, that's definitely one of the things we've noticed at Homeward Bound, is that parents play such a key role. And it sounds like your parents still are to this day.
Big time. And that's why I'm here. Because I know that I went through what I went through for a very specific reason. I mean, I am here so that I can turn and share what I've been through, share what I learned. And I mean, for instance, even last night, I talked to my dad and I asked him questions about this whole process. I went through what I did for a very specific reason. I'm actually grateful for what I went through. So I was doing really well in my career, but it wasn't fulfilling me. You know, I talked with my wife about it all the time. At this point, we had been married for 5 years. We have a soon-to-be 2-year-old, and I would just talk to her all the time. I need something more. I knew I was going to leave my job. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was interviewing at different places and looking for more meaning in my career. And I left one interview, called my dad, and he said, I told him, just didn't really feel great about it. And I said, I've been thinking about someone recently. And he truly said, Dr. Tim Thane, and I said, oh my gosh.
David, I'm excited that you're on our team and get to share your background and your experience and make a difference with us.